Hi, welcome and thanks for joining me once again, everyone. In this video, you will see the surface of the moon, the terrain, the installations. This is Archimedes crater, the domed area, I call it, and this emanating bluish color or light that's wrapped around this area. And inside, I am seeing structures, I'm seeing even movement. That much detail is slowly coming out, very slowly, because it's hard to get out, obviously. I'm concentrating on these dark areas. And this area is a very bright area. And this city is emanating so much light that we can't see the surrounding surface around it. And I'm able to now get a glimpse of some of the detail that is around this area and several other lit areas. This is what I'm working on, another technique to be able to get the surface. It's working, guys. It's just never been done, you know? It's not in this way anyways, and okay, it's different. Out of the box. Never mind trends. I don't like doing things. It's not the fact that I don't like doing things like other people. It's that if I don't try something else, I won't be satisfied. There's many ways to get to the same area, many roads that lead to Rome, as they say. And yeah, this is a spectacular view of all the detail on the surface of the moon. It's a very different detail than from what NASA shows us, from what science says is there. And why? Why can I do this with an intermediate telescope, 1500 millimeters? Guys, I'm in the view of looking and investing. I'm going to have to borrow. It's not a secret at the bank or something to be able to get a telescope 13 inches and up. I'd like a 14 to a 16. And we're talking in Canadian dollars anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000. So the 2,000 range, it doesn't mean that it's not necessarily a good telescope. There's very many different qualities here in Canada and elsewhere in the world of telescopes. But if I can get this surface with what I have now doing my technique with a bigger telescope and better editing programs, I can bring you guys an absolutely stunningly, amazingly clear surface so we can see what these detailed outlines objects are in great detail. I'll be going back to these same areas. I'll be proving these videos. Again, these are areas I get in complete dark areas. It's very possible to take photos that are completely black photos and get the structures that are in it, same way that someone would add light to a photo that's a little dim or dark. And they come out pretty surprisingly pretty easily. And depending on what haze is over the structures, you will get a bit of a jittery line, of course. But see here, there is no haze, and you could see the lines very, very well. The outlining and contouring that you see here is what holds the many, many structures that are on the surface of the moon. The structures look like they are the same color, but they are not. They are each very different to one another. Some are similar to one another. But over top of these structures, there is a blanket of some sort, whether it be gases or smoke or industrial smoke. It is covering many parts of the moon, and it's a continuous energy uh, sources that are on the surface producing something, and the smoke that's emanating from them is hindering us from getting a clear view of the surface in many areas. But look, we're able to get some view anyways. a worldwide cover-up. Many countries included in this secret. It goes further than the governments and higher than any person or rank we've ever probably known or heard of. Us just regular people, right? Now, we have lights leaving the moon, going to and from the moon seen. We see UFO sightings here on Earth in hundreds of years. We we hear of anomalies on the surface of the moon by many amateur astronomers, but never by NASA. Always changing the subject on many occasions. You can clearly see it and hear them when they're doing their broadcasting or media announcements. Very, very scientific, authoritative persons talk, and we can't hear a word that they're saying or understand anything that they're saying because they're using these scientific words that we just basically don't know about because we're not in that field, right? We don't know their lingo, their terms, but it's just obvious that you can see something is up there on the moon, and it still is. It's not. These are not in any way ancient installations. There could be some installations that are ancient up there, but I do believe these are inhabited. I mean, look, guys, look how straight they are. They're upkept, and they're hiding. It's all things that you got to wonder why, and why. So, amateur astronomers are going to be the ones to show the world exactly what is up there. Why? Because we don't have a secret to keep and we just use common sense, right? Individuals, usually the ones that, with all their heads, if you want, a regular Joe would obviously be curious about what's on the moon. And what I don't understand is seeing these structures and geometrical shapes by the hundreds and thousands. We're not talking about one or two. We're talking about cities. And on other planets, guys, like this, for example, this is an unknown planet where we could see geometrical shapes and the same exact many similarities that we can see on the moon in both the structures and the surface terrain that we can see on other planets. Please enjoy the rest of the video, guys. Thanks again for the support, the ongoing support for many that have been supporting me since the beginning. I so appreciate it. And for the ones who've just arrived, hello and welcome.